fragrance. She married Abraham after Sarah died. Keturah was a beautiful black woman. She bore Abraham 6 sons. Abraham became the father of many nations. Throughout his descendants of the Keturah line, as well as those through Ishmael, Keturah inherited 6 sons. Abner was a black, one of the 3 Amorite captains who signed a pact with a mutual assistance with Abraham at Hebron. The other brother and were named Ishmael and Moran. These brothers were allies with Abraham. The 3 brothers joined Abraham in recruiting Abraham's brother, son Lot, who had been kidnapped by the king of the east. After a shining victory, the 3 brothers and Abraham divided the spoils among themselves. They had received these spoils after slaughtering their enemies. Melchizedek. Melchizedek was a black king of Salem and a high priest of Jehovah. After Abraham defeated King Chedorlaomer and the other kings of the east, Melchizedek traveled out to honor him from his priestly blessing and a ritual of gifts of bread and water. In return, Abraham gave him a tenth of the tithes and the spoils from the battle. Melchizedek and Jesus Christ both share some interesting parallels, facts in their lives. Both of them were kings and high priests of the Most High Lord God. Both Melchizedek and Christ seem to have regarded bread and water as symbolic means with which to restore the soul. Melchizedek was born, raised, and lived among the descendants of Ham. Jesus Christ was of the family of David with black ancestors like Boaz and Solomon. Jesus Christ lived in Africa when he was a young child, Matthew 2:13 through 15. Zipporah, an Ethiopian woman, the daughter of a priest of Midian called Jethro. Zipporah was Moses' wife. Zipporah met Moses during his exile from Egypt, a fugitive from a murder charge. She bore Moses 2 sons named Gershom and Eliezer. Zipporah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Rahab was a black woman from the Canaanite city of Jericho. Jericho, a city of Canaanites, however, it was surrounded by famous Hittites, cities such as Jerusalem, Barak, and Gibeon. Although originally a harlot, she overcame this lifestyle and is remembered as one of Israel's ancient greatest heroines. Also, her name is found on the list of Jesus' ancestors in Matthew 1 and 5. When Joshua sent 2 spies into Jericho. Rahab hid them on her roof under a pile of stalks and flax. She had heard about the Jews and how God delivered them from slavery and destroyed their enemies. She hid the spies in order to bargain with them, that she and her family might be saved. Rahab lived for the rest of her life among the Israelites, and she married a Jew by the name of Salam. For her father, who fathered a child named Boaz. Boaz married Ruth and became an ancestor of King David and Jesus Christ. Was a Philistine woman who lived in the valley of Sorek. She used her beauty and feminine ways to charm Samson into revealing the secret of his strength. She was a black woman from the bloodline of Mizraim, who was an ancestor of the Philistines. She would bring down any powerful man for money. She was approved by the Lord of the Philistines and promised 1,100 pieces of silver if she could make Solomon reveal his supernatural strength. Delilah begged Samson several times before he finally told her his Nazarite vow secret. She immediately betrayed him, and Samson's strength became as a common man. The Philistines put him in a prison and blinded him. He died, killing off all the Philistines. Samson killed the lion with his bare hands, but he couldn't kill the lust of Delilah.
Go, Delilah.
Delilah. Was Israel's greatest king. He was the ancestor of Rahab. He was described by God himself as a man who will obey. He arranged the murder of Uriah, a black Hittite, and Bathsheba's husband. David loved Bathsheba, a black woman. They were the parents of King Solomon. He was an ancestor of Jesus Christ. King David. Bathsheba, wife of King David and the mother of King Solomon. Bathsheba was the beloved wife of King David and the most powerful woman during the period of the monarchy. After his death, she occupied the most prestigious position a woman could hold, queen and mother. She took part in the court inequities and influenced political events that gave the succession to her son Solomon. Bathsheba was seen by King David as Shebeh, and subsequently became pregnant to him. Her husband Uriah was murdered by David, and then she married the king, but her baby died. She had a second son who was called Solomon. Bathsheba, King David's wife.